gonna go ahead and welcome to our retirement series. This is Explore Passions Through Lifelong Learning with the UK Office of Lifelong Learning. And today we have Joey Conrad here to talk to us about the center. Joey earned his Bachelor of Arts degree in anthropology from Eastern Kentucky University. Upon graduation, he worked for the Walt Disney World Company, focusing on guest relations and operations. After returning to Lexington, he began his career at the University of Kentucky. Throughout his career, Joey has assisted with program coordination, event management, alumni and donor relations, and community outreach. In his role as director, he leads operations for the Office of Lifelong Learning, builds community partnerships, and leads strategic long-range planning. Joey is dedicated to helping enrich the lives of adults 50 plus through educational, social, and community services. And I will go ahead and turn that over to you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Juliet. And thank you everyone for being here. It is a privilege to be able to talk about the two opportunities that we have within the Office of Lifelong Learning. So a little bit about our office. Within our office, we have two different programs. One is the Donovan Scholars Program, which has been our longest running program at the university. And then we also have the sister program, the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, or the OLLI, as we affectionately call it at UK. And the goal of both these programs is to provide educational, social, and community activities for older adults. And we'll talk a little bit about the differences between the two programs and kind of the eligibility for each of them. But first, kind of wanted to go over just a little bit of history of lifelong learning at the university. The Donovan Scholars kind of started as a dream of former UK President, Dr. Herman Donovan. He had this idea of bringing adults age 60 and up back to campus and waiving all of their tuition so they could come back to school, didn't have to worry about paying for that, and just pursuing anything that they found of interest or wanting to complete their degree. And so in 1964, this dream came true when the first 26 Donovan Scholars enrolled at the university and joined their 18-year-old counterparts on campus. And this program was one of the first of its kind that was offered in the US. We are probably the oldest lifelong learning program in the United States. And so a few years after this program began, a lot of our Donovan Scholars said, hey, we really enjoy this program. We enjoy being with our peers, but we'd love to just be out in the community. We're tired of trying to find parking. And so we started offering enrichment courses throughout the community where scholars could learn and socialize with their peers. And then in 1970, the Donovan Forum Lecture Series was created. And this is a weekly lecture series that had a diverse range of topics that was offered each week. And that is still going on today. It's a continued partnership with the Lexington Senior Center. And then in the early 2000s, the Bernard Osher Foundation approached UK. They were trying to open an OLLI program in at least one per state. And since UK already had this program going, they thought this would be a perfect idea. And so in 2007, they gave financial support to open the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute at UK. And we separated that and changed the age requirement for the OLLI program, as well as changing the name. And so first, we'll talk a little bit about the Donovan Scholars opportunity. This is a dynamic group of learners who are interested in returning to UK, either to complete a degree or audit courses for the joy of learning. We have students participating in a number of departments across campus, including mathematics, fine arts, history, and many others as well. And something that we were really excited about with the Donovan Scholars this past year is that there was some of the students came to us and said, hey, this is great. We love being in the classes, but there are times where I will never see another Donovan Scholar. And so we worked with them to create the first student organization in 2023. And that's really helped just to foster a learning community for our scholars, as well as create some social opportunities for them. They've done a couple of really great things, like just like a meet and greet down at West 6. And they also last December went to the Woodford Theater to watch a play together. So it's been a really nice addition. So a little bit about this scholarship tuition waiver. The Donovan Scholarship will pay all the tuition and mandatory fees as associated with coming back to school. To be eligible for this program, you do have to be 65 and older and a resident of Kentucky. And then that's all that you have to do in order to be eligible to participate. Um, if you do want to participate in this program, you can do it where you just audit classes for the joy of learning. You can take classes for credit without working towards a degree, or you can take classes and be a degree seeking candidate. To enroll in this program, first students would just have to contact our office. We have a Donovan Scholars Registrar, Trey Adkins, who can help you complete the Donovan application. That really just helps us get the age and residency verification taken care of. From there, he'll work with you to actually submit your application to the university and for approval there and acceptance into your program of choice. And one of the things that we always say is that it's important to contact our office first because we can also get that application fee waived for you. So that's always a nice thing that we can do to cover that cost for you. The scholarship I mentioned does pay for the tuition and mandatory fees. So things like parking, books, and other course materials, those would be the responsibility of the student. And just a couple of facts. So this has been a really exciting, the past few years, we've really seen the number of scholars participating grow. So this is our highest semester so far with 158. Average age for our scholars is 71 and our youngest is 65, and then our oldest is 87. This fall, we've had scholars attempt 700 hours. And a lot of questions we always get is, are a lot of people auditing these classes? Or are they actually degree seeking? And 95 out of the 158 are actually just degree seeking scholars. So a lot of people are really coming back getting those degrees. And I've got a couple of examples of some of the scholars who have actually earned their degrees and what they're doing now. And so our first Donovan Scholar Spotlight is Dorothy Barmore. She was 71 when she completed her bachelor's degree in liberal arts back in April of 2022. She was employed by AAA, and this had always been a dream of hers to be able to take her into that next level of her career. And so in 2020, during COVID, with the transition to more online learning, she was able to take these classes, enroll in that degree program, and do that while she was still working. And so she was really excited, and we were really excited to celebrate with her when she earned that degree in 2022. And she now has moved out to California and is with family out there and continuing another stage of her career. And then just another spotlight, and this is one of our scholars who decided he wanted to do more of the
Coalition. This is Matt speaking.
That wanted to do more of the audit route. And so Jeffrey Jones is a student.
I'm doing well. I hope you're doing okay.
There we go. He is a student who audits music courses through the College of Fine Arts. He is a retired teacher from the public school system and had always had a passion for music, but life just led him down the path of being an educator. And so he'd always wanted to come back and kind of go into school. And so he has been really interested in music composition. So working with a faculty here on campus, he was able to complete several compositions, including one that was called 2020, a choral.
Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay? Can I interrupt you just a second?
Sure, yeah.
Sorry,
absolutely.
I was in the middle of listening to a program, and I need to mute that program, and I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So bear with me just a sec. They're talking in the background as you're trying to talk. I'm saying, wait a minute, I can't do this.
Sure.
So,
okay. So Jeffrey was then able to complete that 5-movement piece for a chamber choir that was actually performed live by the Lexington Chamber Chorale. So really exciting things that are coming. And this is just a couple of examples of our Donovan Scholars and the work that they're doing. And so the next program that we'll talk about is the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, the Olliett UK. This is a group of highly engaged members who enjoy learning with their peers through educational, social, and community programs. This program is definitely more geared for enrichment activities and learning. There's no grade, there's no tests, and there's no homework, which is a nice benefit, and a lot of our members really appreciate that. The other big thing about this program is that they are all offered off campus in community locations. We partner with a lot of local churches, BCTC, and other local space locations that are easily accessible to get to, and parking is readily available. I know that's a big thing for all of us UK employees, knowing the troubles with parking. And so the Ollie network, it spans across all 50 states. And there are currently 124 Ollies across the US. There's at least one in each state, and all are hosted by a different university. And that was the goal of the Bernard Osher Foundation. Bernard Osher and his wife have a passion for learning and really wanted to give back to older adults so that they were able to stay connected, because we know that as we keep our minds active, we can keep away some of those diseases like dementia and Alzheimer's. And social isolation is also one of the biggest detriments to health as we age. And so it's really about creating those connections and keeping our brains active as we age. And so in order to kind of connect all of the different Ollies across the US, the Osher National Resource Center, which is housed at Northwestern University in Chicago, they serve as that connection hub for all of our programs. They're certainly not a governing body and allow each of the institutes to tailor their programs and needs to their own community. So among all of the program directors, we say to know one Ollie is to know one Ollie. We all operate very differently, but work very closely together to share ideas and kind of work on new things that we can do to offer to our communities. And something that we're really excited about within the actual Osher network is that we do touch 170,000 individuals nationwide, and we're active in 379 cities and towns. And so some facts about our program here in Lexington. We do have two cities that we operate in. So Lexington is our largest program. And then we also have a smaller satellite unit in Moorhead, Kentucky as well. For this, the 24-25 academic year, we currently have 966 members participating in the program. Average age of this program is about 75, and we offer 150 courses, shared interest groups, lectures annually. So a lot of different variety of opportunities to get involved with this program. And we also are a very volunteer-heavy program. So 100 plus volunteers participate in the program and help us run that. Courses are offered in the fall, spring, and summer semesters. We typically, so it would probably be about 60 to 70 different offerings in each of our semesters during the fall and spring. And then summer's a little bit smaller, so we've only maybe about 20 offerings during that. Courses are taught by our volunteer instructors who are either experts in their field or knowledgeable and passionate about a certain topic. And we're always looking for new instructors and course offerings. So if there's ever an idea that you have and you would say, hey, I think this would be really awesome, I would love to teach this, certainly reach out to us and we're happy to talk with that. We also offer many other volunteer opportunities in addition to teaching classes. We have members that serve on planning committees for socials, travel, the Donovan Forum Planning Committee. We have a whole advisory board, and we also have people who act as classroom and event hosts. And to join the program, there's an annual membership fee of $50 that covers the academic year. And that will allow you then to register for the courses. You're able to join the program at any time, so it doesn't have to be at the start of the fall semester. We're actually getting ready for our spring registration starting in January. And there's a couple different ways that you can participate or enroll in the program, which is either online or by mailing in a registration form from our catalog. And then in order to be eligible to participate in the program, it's just anybody who is 50 and up. So anybody else can participate. And so, like I mentioned, our spring registration is getting ready. These are just a few examples of the upcoming courses that we have. And so our registration will open on January 8th and 9th. We try to break that up into a couple of days in phases just to keep the traffic a little bit lower so that there isn't any hiccups with the registration software. Our course catalog is currently being finalized and should be available by early December. And we can also share what the fall semester looks like, just so you can get an idea of what those classes look like. Topics include anything from computers and technology, culture, history, health and wellness, science, performing and visual arts, and many more. And one of the things that we like to do each semester is an open house. So that's an opportunity for potential members or current members to come and meet the instructors and hear about the different offerings they're going to be offering for that semester. And so our spring open house is going to be on Monday, January 6th from 1 to 2:30 p.m. at Central Baptist Church in the gym at their location. And that's just a great way to kind of get a little bit more information, meet some of our members, and that's free and open to the public. So it's kind of just an opportunity to learn a little bit more about the program. And the one thing that we've done that came out of COVID is we did a lot of transition of our classes to Zoom and in a hybrid format now. So we do offer them in person, Zoom, and a hybrid format for a lot of the course offerings. And within the program, we also have a couple of different opportunities as well. So travel is a big component of our program as well. We offer probably 1 to 2 day trips each semester. And now we've also started offering some international opportunities as well. And the travel opportunities of our programs are open to anyone that is interested in it. So it's a great way to kind of dip your toe in if you're not ready for that membership piece of things, but just want to kind of see what the program looks like. And so the 2 trips that we've got coming up for 2025, I'm really excited to be taking a trip out to the Greek islands, specifically around Crete and Santorini, and that will be May 2nd through the 13th. And then we're also doing a trip out to the Colorado Rockies in September of 2025, and a couple of our members were really interested in exploring the train systems out there. So that one's kind of centered around that. One of the other benefits of being a member, we offer monthly socials. We actually just got done with one a couple last week, where members went and took a boat ride down the Kentucky River and learned about the history of the bourbon industry and a little bit more about how the Kentucky River really played into that. Coming up, we've got a gala that we're doing, a social gala. Just in the semester, and then they've also done things like afternoon teas and just meeting up at restaurants to talk with new people. And then the final one, I had mentioned the Donovan Forum series. This weekly lecture series is offered every Thursday during the fall and spring semesters, and that is from 2 to 3 p.m. We try to choose a wide variety of topics. We've had anything from working on security for all the scams that have been happening. We've done things on the bourbon industry. We've done things on the horse industry. So they do a really great job of picking a lot of really interesting topics and finding individuals who just want to come and talk about the amazing things that are happening in our community and learning about that. And that is held at the Lexington Senior Center and is available on Zoom as well. That is free and open to anybody interested. So membership is not required to participate in the Donovan Forum lecture series. And for here, we just have a little bit of contact information. So if you are interested in learning more about the Donovan Scholars Program, Trey Adkins is our registrar for that program and would be happy to help you learn a little bit more about that program or walk you through the steps of getting enrolled. And then in terms of the OLLI program, Teresa Hager is our registrar. She is a wealth of knowledge on that program and would be happy to help you out with more information or getting you on our mailing list. And then you can also reach out to me as well. Happy to answer anything about the program or the office itself. And we're happy to help. We're really excited about the programs that we offer and the members that we get to meet. So I am happy to answer any questions about the 2 programs if anybody has any.
I have a question. My name
Yes.
is Astros. Are these programs open to anybody or just UK alumni?
So these programs are open to anybody as long as you meet those age requirements and the residency for the Donovan program. Yes, they are open. It is not just anybody who's an alum of the university. It's open to anybody.
Okay, thank you.
This is Nancy Harrington. For the OLLI courses,
Yes.
is there a limit on the number of courses that you can take annually with that $50 registration fee?
There is not. So each of the classes themselves will have their own fee associated with them. Some of them, such as shared interest groups, there's no course fee for those. Most of them will range probably in the $30 range for most of our classes. And that is anywhere from 6 to 8 week courses. Some of them that may have some other materials, such as we have a chorus or our visual arts that would require some of those. Those are a little bit more around the $50 range, just to help with some of those material fees. But there's no limit to the offerings that you can take.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
This is Frida again. I have one more question. Are members or anybody who's interested only allowed to take a certain pick courses from a certain list, or can we just take any class that is offered by the UK during a semester?
Yeah, so sometimes we can get, so you can kind of look at the different classes that are being offered at UK each semester. A lot of times if you are auditing, we can work with that instructor if there's like a prerequisite to get that waived. Most of the time, if you're degree seeking, we do have to meet all of the standards of that, but we can work with you and the instructor if there's something that you're really interested in taking, and we can work with them to do that. So typically we don't have a problem with getting into the classes. A lot of times instructors are really happy to let people in. I know there's been a couple of times where even if there's a wait list for a class, we can get an override to get a student enrolled. So it just depends on the instructor and their willingness to let somebody in. But yeah, you can pretty much register for most classes at UK during that semester.
All right, thank you so much.
Any other questions? I'm happy.
Could you quickly go over the registration dates and the spring open house date for OLLI?
Yes, let me go back to
Thank
that
you.
slide. Yeah, I don't think it was on there. So our open house is going to be held on Monday, January 6th, and that will be from 1 to 2:30 p.m. at Central Baptist Church. It's right off of Nicholasville Road on Wilson Downing. And then the registration period itself will open on January 8th and 9th, so that Wednesday and Thursday. And inside the catalog, we haven't set the exact, but it'll be, typically we'll do 4 different phases, and inside the catalog, we'll list when those different topics will open.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What did you say? Monday, January 6th, 2025? And what's the location?
It's the Central Baptist Church on Wilson Downing Road.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If someone is an employee, and there's the employee tuition assistance, would that take precedence over the Donner Scholar program?
So we can't use them in combination with themselves. We always recommend if you are going to use one of the two programs, we would say the Donovan Scholars, just because with the employee tuition waiver, you can only do the 6 credit hours per semester. There is no limit for the Donovan Scholars, so we're able to cover a little bit more. That's the only reason that we would say pick that one over the employee education system program.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Is that, I guess too, then would that benefit be taxed under the Donovan Scholar Program?
There is, and there's some programs that will be taxed, or like the auditing typically is not taxed, but the degree seeking is.
Thank you.
Mhm. Well, there are no other questions. Thank you all again for joining me, and thank you for having me to do the presentation. And if there's anything that comes up, I'm always happy to answer any questions. You can either call or email us, and we're happy to help out however we can.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And we'll
Thank you.
provide the slides and a